Welcome to another episode of Agile Conversations. Okay, the second one is working software over comprehensive documentation. What do you think?
Anytime I think about this, I always remind people of the old days. I don't know, not to show our age too much, but remember the Nokia 3310?
Yes,
You remember it came with a fat manual, right?
yes.
What did the phone do? Text, call. In fact, those 3310, they didn't even have polyphonic ringtones. They had monophonic ringtones. And then you could play Snake. But
Mm-hmm.
look at the documentation that came with it.
Mm-hmm.
Compare that to your iPhone of today. It even comes with no manual. It comes with stickers now.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
the SIM card removal tool. There's nothing in there.
yeah,
So what are we saying? We're not. Are we saying that documentation isn't important? No, it is important. But what matters most is value delivery via the software that's been delivered, more
yeah,
than documentation.
yes,
And I spoke with a developer once, and he said actually what they do now instead of writing heavy documentation is in the code. There's a README part, and they put it in there.
yeah,
But the focus is on the software. It has to be working. It has to be intuitive. It
yeah.
has to be what a friend of mine calls idiot proof. So
Mm,
anyone can pick it up and use.
yeah, absolutely. I'll add to that, which is so luckily for me, or unluckily for me, I worked on one project
Mm.
where I think the requirement document was 80 pages. And the project was actually keeping the requirement up to date because it kept changing every few months. So what is this saying? It gets very quickly to work in software.
Yeah.
That's why, again, I'm talking about the Scrum framework. And the Scrum framework, we teach that, the team should deliver working software every single
Sprint.
sprint,
Mm-hmm.
right? And working software means usable software, free of defect. So I was reading on LinkedIn last week, I think James Batch is one of the well-known testers across the world,
Mm.
said when the Agile Manifesto was written, they didn't involve testers. I don't agree. However, I don't agree because I think software that isn't tested, automation,
It's not
manual
working.
testing, exploratory testing, it cannot be said to be working software because you don't know. So pretty
Mm.
much, and then there are tools out there for people that work in software teams. There are tools, the likes of the BDD tools, Cucumber, and all sorts, where you can have your requirements automated, and that can give you some documentation that you can even hand over to the users. So
Yeah.
it's about focusing on how quickly can we get to work in software. And that's very
Mm.
important. You document as light as you
That's
need.
possible.
You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want your document to actually take over the conversations as well.
Exactly.
You want it to be light enough that people still want to have conversations. One thing I find about the manifesto is that they're all connected to each other. So you
Yes.
don't take
Yeah.
one, in isolation of the others. They're all connected.
Mm.
Customer collaboration over contract negotiation.
Now, this is very interesting. I had a conversation with someone and the person didn't understand